they kept it. So every season, whoever was graduating would wear that for that ceremony, and that's it.
Yeah.
So if that's the plan, then maybe it would be a good investment.
I should interview you with your with the designs here while we wait for people to join. No? Yeah? Okay, so here's a microphone. Not good. Okay. So the camera's down right there, right? Yeah. No, it's okay. You don't have. You can stand there. Let me just move the speaker a bit to the left. It's that one right there. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, Brother Khalid. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. This is great to see this. A lot of different designs and styles here.
Jazakallah khair.
So I'm going to come to this with very little knowledge about how henna works and all that, which I am still learning. So I will ask you some questions.
Sure.
Let's go ahead and start with your name. Yes.
Well, my name is Ambreen Zainul Abidin, and I have a local henna business in Mountain House by the name of Ambre Henna Body Art.
Oh, great. How long have you been doing it for?
I think it's now 4.5 years to be exact.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And I see you started with the hand. Now you went all the way to the shirts and the graduation and
Yes.
candles, and
Yes.
so you kind of expanded your business.
It's been a journey,
Okay.
a very interesting one. And when I started off with just the hands and the feet, the regular style of henna that
Okay.
people like, I did not know at that time that this is what I would be going up to. But I think as ideas kept flowing, everything started coming into existence slowly and steadily. And here we are with so many options that you're seeing here, and so many that are still there in my head,
Okay.
which will be coming up, inshallah.
That's great. Yeah. I know just from a previous conversation, you mentioned that you started this during COVID. Can you
Yes,
explain how
yes.
that all started?
Well, so I moved to the US the year of pandemic.
Okay.
I think I came to the US in January, and March was a lockdown. if I'm
Okay.
not wrong. So that had all the time. I mean, I had all the time to be with and kind of explore something productive.
Okay.
So I just started watching henna videos on YouTube, and I realized that there are so many options to make your own henna in the US, which was missing in Pakistan.
Okay.
So I started ordering things from Amazon because apparently Amazon was working. So I made use of it and I started ordering all the ingredients, whatever I could find with my research and everything, and started playing with my experiments coming from my chemistry degree. I have a bachelor's in chemistry. So I started experimenting with different recipes, finally came to the right one. And that's how the whole journey started.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I see you moved on to graduation as well.
Yes, that is the recent most thing for me.
Okay. Great. This is, I'm going to assume this is a calendar, right?
This is actually a
Oh,
little
actually.
snippet of all of my artwork, but
Okay.
my artwork has gone way beyond that now.
Okay.
So I was participating in one of the trade shows last year in January, so I had this made.
Oh, God. Yeah. Let me see if I can zoom in so I can show the audience the camera here. It is not cooperating too well. I
Okay.
think I froze. Let me bring the camera closer. Let me try. Okay, this angle is good.
Okay.
Which is, Okay, it's right here. I think it's that camera right there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is that camera, right? Okay, so let me
Yeah.
trying to see which camera it is. Okay, so let me go ahead and move that camera towards the book here
Sure.
so I can show it. Okay, so here is the book I was talking about here. I will show a few pages here. I'm going to zoom into. Oops, okay. That's good right there. Okay. So here's how the book looks like. It says Amber Henna. And how do you pronounce it? Is it henna? How do you say it?
It's henna
Henna.
in English, but the Urdu term is mehndi.
Okay.
So, but over here, it's widely known as henna.
Henna. Okay, got it. Okay. And is all henna handmade?
Well, it should be,
Okay.
but the ones that you buy from the store that are available over the counter are full of chemicals. So
Okay.
I don't know the process of how that one is made, but they are not organic. So my product, every product that I use on the body, each one of it, because there are a couple of products that I use along with henna. It's not just the henna paste, it's the aftercare products too,
Okay.
like the scraping oil, the aftercare balm, and certain essential oils that I use in the recipe. They are all FDA approved, they are all organic.
Got it. And if somebody makes a mistake and does not order organic henna, what would happen? Is there any precaution one should take?
Oh, there have been a bunch of such incidents, and they keep happening every year.
Okay.
Here and there, you get to hear these stories close to Eid, after Eid, or during the wedding season. So they do order henna online, or they buy from the stores. And since it has a combination of chemicals, which is known as PPD,
Okay.
and that has, according to research, that is associated with cancer.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's very okay.
So suppose if somebody who was making that chemical henna was not very conscious of the balance of PPD, so that combination of chemicals increases in that one batch of henna. And the side effects could be that when it's applied, it can immediately start burning.
Okay.
Burning means it's doing something to your skin.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Or if it doesn't burn in the moment, then by the time when it's done, given its stain, and now it's starting to fade off, I have had incidents that happened with my daughter as well. When it completely faded off, it actually was, the design was there, light and dark on the skin, as if it was a burn. So that happens too. For some people, it's like boils. The entire skin becomes infectious and starts having all this bacteria and whatever, because it reacts. Everybody reacts in a different way. However, it does react. So it takes just that one time for you to get burned.
So let me ask you this. If somebody did get the wrong henna and it's not good for them, are you able to tell by looking at their skin with the henna on top of it right now?
I am able to tell by the color of the henna that this is chemical henna.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
So if somebody came to you and said, look at my henna, is this organic or
Absolutely.
not?
Absolutely.
So that's a good thing. So
Not
those
only
of
the
you,
look,
yeah,
I can tell from the smell.
and the smell too. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So if somebody watching this live right now sees what we just mentioned, and they're kind of concerned now whether their henna is organic or non-organic or dangerous, if they were to come down here right now, would you be able to tell?
Of course.
Okay.
I would actually be very passionate about educating Mountain House community.
Okay.
I think I have done that individually so far.
Okay.
Every Eid, I
Okay.
do the same thing. I've stopped taking part in Chandrats
Yes.
for this reason.
Right.
Because in Chandrats, it's usually the organic henna artist would be me, and then there would be a couple of amateur henna artists who
Yeah.
would definitely be doing chemical henna.
Okay.
And I do not appreciate that. I do
Okay.
not appreciate the fact that they make the organic henna artist sit with the chemical henna artist, because if I'm educating people over there about
Yeah.
how wrong chemical henna is, then I'm actually stealing their business away.
Right.
I don't
yeah.
want to do that to them.
Yeah.
But the only thing that is in my capacity is not to be part of such an event. But whoever comes to my salon, and
Yeah.
I do have a henna salon,
Okay.
and they can take an appointment, they can come to me. Whoever comes to me, I make it a point that I educate them about organic henna. And alhamdulillah, now I have regular clients who have used my product
Mm.
And now they know they can tell the difference. So they are basically they are the returning clients every year for me.
Got it. That's amazing. Yeah. So for those of you watching the live stream, if you want to come down and have her see your henna on your hand to ensure it's safe, it's organic, feel free to come down. I'll be here for another few hours. If not, if you're seeing this live stream afterwards, you can go to ambrehenna.com, AMBREHENNA.com, and also you can follow it on social media, which is Amber_henna, HENNA, and she can also help you as well. So this is great advice for those of us that have somewhat knowledge of henna. The one thing I like about henna is, especially the youth who are thinking, considering getting a tattoo or whatever, henna is like a good way for them to see if that's something they want to do, because it kind of deters them, right? A lot of people get tattoos for just on the whim. They go, hey, let me get a tattoo. And then 2 days later, they go, oh, what did I just do?
So the interesting thing about
Yeah.
henna in tattoo is that, okay, so regular traditional henna is going to have that typical stain, which would be somewhere from a red to a deep burgundy as it darkens in the next 48 hours after you've removed it.
Yeah.
For such people, the youth basically who are actually wanting to see what a tattoo would look like, I have a completely organic option, and that is black in color,
Oh, really? Okay.
but no chemicals. And
Oh, that's-
why? Because it's made from an Amazonian fruit that's called hagua.
Hmm.
So the ink of the hagua is taken out and it's mixed with xanthan gum to make
Okay.
it into a gel. And I cone that gel into a cone and apply on them. And when they take that off, the stain is going to darken in the next 48 hours to a very, very deep blue that looks like a black.
Oh, really?
So that's a
Yeah.
good way to see what a tattoo would look like.
That's amazing. I did not know that. So this is a really great advice. I did not know that you can actually get a fake, real, I wouldn't call it real, fake tattoo. Because I know a lot of youth these days, they kind of, want to go in style and get a tattoo, but they don't think of the long-term consequence because it stays with you forever. So, I'm not advocating this, but if you are into that stuff, try a henna out, try it for a few days so you can kind of see if it is for you. Because I think once you kind of put on your skin, you'll realize maybe it's not something you want to do. You don't want to continue with that. So the fact that they can do it in black color, which is really interesting, so you can kind of do a comparison for it. So again, we'll be here for another few hours, so you feel free to stop by and just check out all the accessories here. There's a lot of things going on here. There's more than just henna. There's designs, there's candles, there's a graduate count and gap. There's what is this, by the way? I
So
couldn't.
these are basically, this is henna designs, but it's done in acrylics. And like you were explaining, henna
Yeah.
design, apart from body art, can be done in so many mediums. It can be done in acrylics. You can see it's done on candles over there. If you take a look at this is completely bleach.
Yeah.
This is bleach art. And the amazing thing is that you can see shaded stuff. It's 2D. So that is like artistic, but not with henna at all, but using the henna techniques, but the medium is bleach. So this stays there forever, no matter how much you wash, whatever. So, and even the fabric paint that I used over here, you can wash, you can put it in the dryer, it's not gonna go away. So one thing that I'm very particular about is when I'm experimenting henna elements with some other medium, I make sure that the art stays forever. It's not just a one-time look and it
Yeah.
stays forever. Like these candles over here,
Yeah.
these are flameless candles. They run
Yeah.
on batteries.
Oh,
That
really?
way your art is not going to get destroyed because you
Oh,
never
wow.
would be using
That's
the candle.
amazing. Look at
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I'm not sure if you guys can see inside of it, but there's a little. So where's the battery go on the bottom?
Yeah,
I see.
it's in the
Okay.
bottom.
So these aren't outside. Yeah. Something that you just brought to my attention is that having something that lasts for a long time. One person was using a broom and it kept breaking, and he had to keep buying a new one. And somebody said, "Why don't you just buy one that lasts a long time?" He said, "It's cheaper." Because now they make things to break, so you can buy a new one, right? So the fact that you're making it last a long time, which is really great for the
Yeah, because
environment.
whoever is buying it is investing in it. And this
Yeah.
is handmade art. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
It has its own price, right?
Yeah.
So person who wants to buy it would want to keep it
Yeah.
for long,
Yeah,
right? So I make sure like these resin coasters, they're rock solid, but they have all the art in it. So they go on and on as much as you use.
yeah. I'm not sure if you can see that too, but yeah, you can feel it's very well built, very solid. And just to kind of get a background of this, how did you get this shape? Did you make the shape, or the shape already came
Yeah,
like that?
there are a couple of molds that you can buy in the market.
Okay.
And now I can also make my own shapes because there was a time when I did not have a laser cutting machine, but
Okay.
now I do. So I can make my own molds with the acrylic and the laser cutting machine.
Okay.
And I can make my own shapes now.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah. And I noticed there's some writing on here, but I can't read it. You know what it says? Maybe is it? Yeah. Is that writing?
That's just a design.
Design. Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Very nice. And then your next item here.
Yeah, that's a coaster too.
Okay. So closer to. Okay. So if you're drinking a lot of coffee or tea, it's nice for the mugs or
Yeah.
coffee cups. Yeah.
And
Really
they
nice.
also look nice when you want to gift it as a set.
Okay.
And if that is something very fancy, then something very simple. But this is all, the design is all burnt into the wood.
Okay.
So these are not paints. This is not henna cone. This is the design burnt freehand done
Okay.
and burnt in the wood with wood burning. They call it pyrography.
Okay. This is nice too. Yeah.
And my signature is at the back.
Oh, there
of
you
it.
go. Yeah. And it tells you what day you made it to, which is
Yes, yes.
2023. Yeah. And you can tell, even though it's what, 2.5 years old, this is very solid still. Yeah. It didn't fade away like henna did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's nice. And then this, what is this? Oh, sorry.
So I just made a little sample of how you can have big hangings, wall hangings in your home according to your customized color combinations and
Okay.
designs that you would want. But this is just a little piece for people who are coming and seeing that this concept can be applied in making a wall hanging. Like, for example, that one, or mandalas are a big thing
Yeah.
in the henna world. So if you want a big mandala for your living room, for example, or your bedroom, whatever, so you can easily incorporate henna art into your home decor.
Yeah. So one thing I like about what you're doing is because a lot of kids these days or youth, they get, play too much video games or TV, and just staying busy with these kind of projects and making arts and crafts is really good for their motor skills and hand skills, and just kind of removing that other activity, which is too much screen time, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. And
yeah.
that is the basic reason why I wanted to be a part of the summer camp at ZTEC, because I wanted to use this platform to inform people that kids in their summer break can actually utilize their capabilities, their time to invest in art like this, because this is not just a piece of art that they would be making. This is their, motor skills are being in check. They are actually creating a sensorial piece.
Yes, yes.
And that is very important since my background is from psychotherapy too. So you would see on the table as well, 95 to 98% of my art is sensorial, because I understand the benefits of sensorial art towards mental health. So I try to incorporate that.
Right.
Which is the reason why what we are offering in this summer camp, along with the other artists, it's a very unique niche. It's not offered the way it is being offered here.
Yeah.
It's not offered in other places in Mountain House or even Tracy for a fact.
Right. Yes. Yeah, because like you mentioned, yeah, just having the ability to focus and
Yes.
kind of, because a lot of the screen time is using your fingers and hands, but unfortunately it's mostly for the
Yes,
wrong
so
purposes.
every
Yeah.
art piece that they will
Yeah.
be making, it's about them calming their minds down and focusing in art and absorbing it.
Yeah.
And that's a tissue box.
There's tissue box too. Yeah, you can see all the designs. Yeah. And then the tassel.
That's a graduation.
Graduation cap. Yeah. And then you have the.
This was basically one of my clients. She got into Yale, so she wanted a Y,
Yeah.
but in an Old English style. So the font is in Old English and it's
Okay.
freehand.
So you said Yale, right?
Yale.
Okay. Wow. Look at that. Very nice. And then the flowers, that's just something to showcase your.
That's just a
Got it. Okay.
decoration.
Okay. I'm sure one day you will decorate
Yeah.
those too.
I just want to have something purple because that's my basic brand color.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your brand color.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah. This is very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. It gives you, especially the youth that want to do these type of programs. It's very beneficial, especially during the summer, because a lot of free time for the kids, for the youth who may not be using their time wisely. There's other activities too. There's sports, there's Islamic studies, Quran studies. Some kids may not be ready for that. Some kids may not want to do something else for summer, take a break from school. So there's a great opportunity to do arts and crafts. Feel free to come out here, learn more, get the brochure, try it out. Have your kids come by, take a look. It may be a good fit for them. You won't know until you have them also see it for themselves. So anything else you want to share? It's a very, very beautiful setup you have here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
No, I'm really excited, and I hope that parents and kids, they do drop by and have a word with us, me and the other artists here, and I'm sure they will be impressed. I'm sure they will find it unique. I'm
Yes.
very confident about that.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah, it looks very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and who wants to go next? I can showcase the other arts and crafts. So I'll be interviewing or talking to you based on my understanding of it. So the audience, hopefully they can benefit. Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay.
Asma, you want to go ahead?
What's that? Oh, it's okay. Yeah, that's fine too. Yeah, that's fine too. Oh, no problem. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just I'll show it on the camera
Yeah,
itself
we
here.
can, yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can show it. Oops, this way. Maybe you wanna ask her? Yeah, here.
Okay.
You can interview.
All right.
Here, you
Let's
can use
start
this
with-
one.
And this one can go sugar. So do I need to hold this in my hand?
You can hold it. Yeah,
Okay,
just like
okay,
that. It's
perfect.
perfect. Yeah.
All right, Mariam, how are you? Can you introduce yourself to, which camera is it? Is that one?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So can you introduce yourself to all of us? There are people watching you live
My name is Mariam and I'm a local artist.
in the mic. A little closer, a little closer.
Okay, hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Mariam, introduce yourself.
My name is Mariam and I'm a local artist and I've been living in Mountain House for the last 13 years. Yeah.
How would you define your art? Because there are some really amazing art pieces over here. And I do know that whenever we talk about art, you introduce yourself as a visual artist. So for
Yeah.
somebody, a layman like me who does not know what visual artist is, how would you explain that?
Yeah, I mean, like visual artist is like when you paint from nature. So that is called the visual artist. You visualize something and then you paint from nature. You get inspiration from nature.
And that would mean, tell me if I'm wrong, that would mean that you do portray nature in your paintings,
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
but you make it happen out of your own imagination.
I mean, I get inspiration from nature.
Okay.
Yeah, I get inspiration from nature and then I paint whatever, like pleases me, whatever I feel like painting. And I paint in oils, but I do watercolors, pastels, acrylics. I teach in acrylics.
Okay,
I
so your
don't
main
paint-
field is
my major is in oils.
okay.
This is what I did in masters.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay, great. So would it be wrong to say that each painting of yours has a story behind it, since you say that they're inspired from somewhere?
I mean, the thing is that I'm a visual artist. Like, I love nature.
Okay.
So whatever, inspires me, like trees, clouds, water, reflections.
So for this one, for example, what
just,
could have
yeah,
inspired you to make this
like
one?
The sun, it was just the sunrise.
The background of the sunshine coming through the trees.
Coming through the trees, yeah. That's
Wow.
what, yeah, especially this, like the colors and shades when you look at this painting.
There
from
are
distance,
such a lot of
see,
colors in
yeah.
it, and
So these are the complementary colors, right? Yellow and purple, these are the complementary colors. So
I wish we could zoom the camera in because these tree trunks, they are so realistic.
thank you very much. And this is actually Mountain House, near Central
Oh,
Park.
okay.
So I took the photograph about a couple of years ago. So I really like this reflection. So then I painted it in my
And that
painting
was
studio.
your
Yeah,
inspiration,
yeah,
Mountain
yeah,
House view.
Yeah, I paint inside my studio. So yeah.
So that means
Because of
it's
the
all
paint.
what you've retained.
Sorry.
What you've retained. You looked at nature, you
yes,
retained it,
yes,
and then you
yes,
regenerated
yes,
it.
Yes, but I always use photographs.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to have some.
Yes,
like,
to make it
reference
okay.
to paint.
Got
Yeah,
it.
it's not that I'm just painting everything from your imagination, because the artist you get the inspiration from nature, but at the same time, something, inside the colors, like the emotions, the expressions, and obviously you add those things, you know.
So how do you decide your color palette?
I mean, it comes naturally. I mean,
Wow.
it's not that
There's no
I
way to
have
learn a
decide.
color palette.
Sorry?
There's no way to learn a color palette, is it?
It's natural. I mean, obviously, the basic color chemistry you have to learn.
Which you teach your students,
Yeah,
right?
of course,
Okay.
of course. I mean, before, like, you should know about the color chemistry, color harmony, the coolness and the warmness of colors. Like you
So
have.
tell us something about these terms that you're using, this jargon related to art, coolness and calmness of
Okay,
color
there are
and
some,
harmony.
when you look at the color wheel, I don't know where my, okay. So when you look at the color wheel, half of the colors, they are like cool colors and they are the
Okay.
warm colors, right?
Okay.
And these are the complementary colors.
I wish
have
we
to
could
learn
zoom
the
this
chemistry
in.
of, I don't know whether you can show it or not.
Brother Khalid, can we zoom this in?
Yeah. So that's how I always start. Even if I'm doing even if I'm teaching the students, and in my first class, they always learn about the
So
color
this
wheel.
is your introductory class.
Brother Khalid, can you please zoom it? Yeah, because that's something very important.
So that is so interesting.
Yeah.
And you're saying that it's the most
Yeah.
important thing for the
Can you
art
keep
class.
it on other side because the sun is going in my eyes?
Maybe
and I
over
can't-
here?
Yeah, can you bring it here, please? Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah. Okay. Okay, can you come here? On this side, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So whenever I do the summer camp or my art classes, I always start with the color wheel, right? So
Okay.
basically, there are three primary colors, and you get the secondary and the tertiary colors by mixing like the primary colors, right? And then I teach them in the half of this color wheel. They are the cool colors and the warm colors, and then I teach them that the pure colors are called hues. We don't say that the
See, I
green shade
never
and
knew
blue
about
shade and,
this.
this is wrong because
Yeah.
pure colors are called hues. And then when you mix white in any pure color, you get the tint of that color. When you mix black in any pure color, you get the shade of that color. And when you mix white in any pure color, gray, you get the tone of that color, right? That is something very important that the students should learn first, right? And when we are studying in university, like the graphic designers, they just give you three colors and say make 500 colors out of just three colors because white and black are not
I
considered
can
colors.
imagine.
Yes, so
Yeah.
they are considered neutrals, right?
Right.
Just with three colors, they have to produce like 500 colors.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I try to teach my students, that it's very important that wherever you go for your art class, you find the teacher. It's very important that the teacher teaches you how to mix the colors. Otherwise, there's no point to go to art classes
So
and
that's how the judgment of color selection and palette selection is going to develop. Okay.
Exactly. And then there are different hues of blues, different hues of reds, different hues of yellows, right? So when I say there is a different families of yellow, like lemon yellow, cadmium yellow,
Absolutely, yeah.
deep yellow, Alizarian crimson, deep red, vermilion, magenta, and turquoise, ultramarine blue, Prussian blue, phthalo blue, turquoise. So these are
I've
different
never
hues
heard
of
these
blues,
words
right? So
before.
there are some blues which lean towards yellow. There are some blues which lean towards red. There
Okay.
are some yellows which lean towards blue. There are some yellows which lean towards red. So there are some reds which lean towards yellow. There are some reds which lean towards blue. So when you mix those yellows and blues, the secondaries and tertiaries will be different.
Wow.
So the blues or the reds which lean towards yellow, they will be warmer colors because yellow and reds are warm colors.
They're warm colors,
So,
yeah.
so that's how you decide that you look at your subject, whether it's the sunset scene or it's the sunny scene, right? Very summary and So sunset scene, all the colors are very warm colors. So then obviously, naturally, you're going to use some yellows and reds which lean towards yellow because yellow is a very warm color, right? So as you can see that this is the warm color, this is the cool color.
Yes.
And if the light is warm, like the sun is setting, so the colors are warm. You understand?
Right.
So that the shadows will be cool. But if the light is
makes
cool,
sense, yeah.
if the light is cool, then the shadows will be warm.
See, I don't think
Yeah,
art is
exactly.
taught like that
Exactly,
anywhere.
but
Even in the summer camps or even in those little courses or classes, I do not think this knowledge is
Yeah,
imparted.
this is something that I always, teach my students, that they must learn the chemistry of colors.
You're doing an amazing job
Yes,
if you're
yeah,
teaching
this is
them
something
that.
and this is exactly what we are going to do in our summer camps because, for example, we will start with our the color wheel, and then we are going to teach them about Paul Klee. I mean, he was an abstract artist, and he was the artist of color and symbolism.
So the
And
students also get to learn about
education,
artists.
exactly, yeah, exactly. So this is the whole idea behind my like this summer camp, like like just my part. I'm not saying about yours,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
just my part, that they will be learning not about the painting and color chemistry and the techniques of painting, but at the same time they will be educated about the history of art. So
That is
for
so
example, the
amazing.
artist of color and symbolism, and this is his painting. Brother Khalid, can you zoom in, please? Yeah.
And you were telling me this is a very famous
Oh, this
painting.
is a very famous painting. Yeah. No,
Yeah, now it's
can you see
zoomed
that?
up.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So first day students will learn about the color. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can go on.
Yes. So see, the first day they learned about the hues, tone, tints, and shades, and the next day they will learn about
Artist.
Paul Klee, the artist, yeah, and his work, and he belonged to this movement, and then his painting, right? This is one of the very famous painting. So see this tints of red, tone of blue purple, which is a tertiary color, and then shade of blue purple. See, this is the tint, and this is the shade of blue purple, and then see some tints, tones, and shades of yellows.
And is that the reason why this painting is so famous? Because it's portraying everything?
Not
Most
because
of it?
that. No, no, this is one of his famous
Okay.
paintings. So I just selected some of the famous paintings and their famous art.
And I can't help but think that the knowledge that you would be giving the students is actually going to make them enhanced in drawing my crafts and the other crafts by the other artists as well. Because their basic palette is in place now.
Oh, yeah,
So their
exactly.
selections are going to enhance
Exactly.
all the crafts that they would be making.
Exactly. Because
Wow.
in my art class, they will be learning about the chemistry of colors, colors blending, colors harmony, and when you will be teaching them this craft, they will learn instantly.
I will definitely be one of the students when
the
your class
second
is
day-
going on.
So second day they will be doing one of the famous painting, the reproduction of famous painting Pablo Picasso. He belonged to Cubism, artist of shapes and forms. And the fun fact was that he was the activity cubist still life or okay. So I will give them an option, right?
Okay.
Either they will be doing the portrait or the landscape. Okay,
Okay.
and they have already learned about the color blending, color mixing. So his painting style was different from the other artists. So the next day is going to be Van Gogh, post-impressionist painter.
So every
artist-
day they're learning about a new artist and a
artist,
new art.
art, yeah, the movement, not the art, but the
Okay.
new movement, because all these artists belong to different movements, art movements, right?
True.
Movement is a different painting style. So these are the very famous artists
Yeah.
who introduced this painting style actually. So, and Van Gogh, post-impressionist artist, artist of emotions and expression, but I will explain.
Is that where the name post-impressionist is coming
Yeah,
from?
yeah, because he's the one who started this, like
Interesting.
the first, artist of post-impressionist movement, post-impressionist movement. Okay, and the next, and then again, I will give them an option, so they can choose the still life or the landscape. It's entirely up to them. And you
Okay,
can see the
okay.
color, see yellow, different, like hues,
Yeah.
tints, tones, and shades of yellows,
Yes,
greens,
absolutely.
see, and the blues,
Blues.
tints, tones, and shade of blue, green. See?
So what I'm understanding is that after getting the knowledge from you, then they put that into practice.
Exactly.
It's not just knowledge,
Exactly.
knowledge.
And I will also teach them every time they will come. I will tell them that look, when you reproduce the art of Paul Klee, you're gonna mix the color and apply the paint this way. But when you are painting Picasso, you're gonna apply the paint this way. When you
Because
are
that's
painting-
their style.
Yeah, and this, yeah. So their painting style is different. It's not the movement, the subject matter, but at the same time, the painting style is different.
So that means the students can actually, after understanding different styles,
Different styles
they
and
can
different techniques.
blend different styles and techniques and totally come up with their own.
Yes, obviously, because
And
they will
that's, I
get
think,
this.
your goal, right?
Yeah, that is my goal. That they are going to produce something which is coming from
There within.
yeah, within themselves. But at the same time, they will be learning some different techniques.
And that is so amazing because your art will actually be holding them and giving them the space to take out something that they don't know about themselves also.
Yes, and then Monet, Impressionism. So he is the one who started this movement, and I'm wearing, one of the very famous painting which they will be reproducing, water lilies.
That is
right?
so
this is
interesting.
something. Brother Khalid, can you? Yeah, can you? So
She's literally wearing a very famous painting right
yeah,
now.
so I'm wearing the same. Yeah,
And if we can zoom in the camera,
yes, and this is the painting.
zoom in the painting, the
yeah.
original painting on the laptop.
Yeah, here. So this is they will be reproducing this painting, water lilies. So yeah.
That is so
Yeah.
amazing.
So I also do watercolors.
Yes,
But
and
they will be
that,
doing in acrylics. By the way, this is all in oils. All these paintings
okay.
were painted in oils, but the students will be doing acrylics.
Yes,
Yes.
okay, got it.
Yeah. The reason is that because obviously they are kids,
They're kids
and they're
and-
water based.
yes.
This is oil based.
This is what it will be a little difficult for
Yes,
them
very
to handle.
difficult, and
Regardless, the technique would be the same,
yeah,
right?
yeah, technique, yeah. But it's just that because that is water based. The acrylics, they are water based. This is oil based. It takes longer to get dry. Plus,
Yes,
like
yes.
yeah,
I've experienced that.
you have experienced that. So this is some pieces of watercolor.
So what got you into watercoloring if this is your main medium, the acrylics and the oils?
Okay, the reason is because in our foundation years, like first year, second year, you do watercolors. You have to learn like the pencil.
Because it's
shading.
easier?
It's easier, but you always start with the watercolors in first year, second year, and even in third year, fourth year, you do pastels as well, right? So this is something that you have to do that. But when I did masters in fine arts from Pakistan, so you start oil painting from this third year, right?
Okay.
Onwards, like you have to do that in oils.
Like it's part of your
yeah,
curriculum.
part of education. But now they have introduced like acrylics and different mediums. But obviously, oils most difficult than the other mediums. But I love watercolors. I teach watercolors. I teach watercolors.
They are
to
very
senior.
calming to look at,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, and it's
And
very
that is
quick.
when-
That's
it's the
nothing-
quick one,
It's
right?
a quick one. Yeah.
It dries quickly.
Very
You can
quickly,
take away
instantly.
with you instantly.
Yeah.
All right, that's so
So
amazing.
what, yeah.
So whoever is watching us right now can actually come down and check Mariam's work. She is, I can safely say, one of the very few visual artists right now. Not that I've not come across any other, I don't think I've come across any other visual artist
We're gonna
working
have
like you.
another- Yeah, we're going to have another open house.
Yes.
On
We are having
Sunday.
it on 9th.
Yes.
We are having another open house. If you cannot make it today, then maybe you can make it in the next open house. We
11
will
till
be
2?
here
Yes.
Sunday, June 9th, 11 a.m. We
Yeah.
will be here again.
Yeah.
And you should come and you should see for yourself all the work that Mariam has planned for the students. And talking for a little while with her has opened up my mind so much already. And I can imagine when the students would be working with her for 5 days, the amount of knowledge that they would be
Yeah.
taking with them. Especially the
Definitely.
fact that they would be having a good grasp of palettes. That's
Yes.
so interesting.
They will learn about the color mixing.
Mm-hmm.
They will learn about different techniques of painting,
Right.
right? Color mixing, and then how to apply.
That's
paint on
that's
canvas,
amazing.
yes.
That's perfect. So for whoever's watching us, can you just tell them about your Instagram handle,
Mariam K Arts
Mariam K Arts?
on Instagram. MARYAMKARTS Arts.
And are you on Facebook?
Yes, Mariam K Arts.
Oh, same name on Facebook.
Same name on Facebook.
Yes, so
yeah.
please, everybody who is interested in this should check her social media handles and should check her work. And where do we move from here, Brother Khalid?
We can show.
Okay, okay. So the third option that the students would be
third hour.
having,
So
yes.
these we have just covered 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
The first hour I'll be teaching them the painting, and then the next hour is your henna crafting,
Okay.
designing.
And the third hour is going to be paper crafts.
paper craft. Yeah.
Okay, so the third artist would be Asma, and she goes by the brand name Blossoms by Asma
Yeah.
on social media, both Facebook and Instagram. And if we can zoom in the QR code.
Let's bring it, yeah.
For those who want to follow her and look at her work, because everything cannot be modeled over here in this little time and in this space right now. But she vouches for making an ordinary paper into a very extraordinary craft. And as you can see over here, and I'm seeing it now in front of me, she excels in flowers. So if we can zoom on these, maybe. These are our just regular paper, and there's a way of cutting them, and there's a way of twisting and turning them and gluing them into flowers, almost like realistic flowers. We would call them 3D. So that's interesting. And then she does a lot of these decals. Any ordinary flask or mason jar can actually be customized according to your need. If you're looking for, if the students want to make it for their mothers, if the students want to make it for their fathers, or for gift items, or for themselves. So that is an extraordinary thing to do. And I'm sure she would be teaching how to do this. And the same technique she has used on candles. Every house has these candles. However, they are not very decorated mostly. So that's a cute way of personalizing and customizing regular everyday things. Even this one is for mama and too. The color scheme.
The color scheming is beautiful.
That is amazing, yeah.
That is beautiful.
And then she has some really nice coffee mugs over here. I love this color scheme as well. It's really amazing.
This is Mama.
Yeah. So I think these are from her recent event, Mother's Day event. So every piece has mama on it. So, and then she has some shirts over here. So I think she also presses designs on blank shirts. And probably kids can learn how to make personalized shirts for themselves. And this was something, I don't know if this can be zoomed in actually. This was, I was talking to her earlier in one of the events where we both were vendors. And she told me what this was, and it was super amazing. I felt that this was really good. This is basically a family tree, and she came up with this idea herself. So you would want to have your entire family in one piece of art. And she has made this so creative, like the mother's side of the family, the father's side of the family, every member. So it's like a family tree. And this is little paper art that she has done herself, and she has put the names underneath. And I'm sure I've seen her bookmarks too. I don't see them here, but she really makes some really amazing bookmarks and also cake toppers. She's very good with that too. So if you want to drop by and take a look at these things that she would be teaching in the summer camp, that would be amazing. It's going to be a hands-on experience for you to check out for yourselves. Then, so I feel that this entire combination of henna-inspired crafts along with a visual artist's piece of knowledge and work, and then how to convert ordinary paper into something so amazing and so creative. I honestly feel this set of knowledge is going to be very, very therapeutic for the students to experience. And it's going to be a very unique and a very different experience. And above everything, it's going to be a lot of fun, for sure. I mean, I would want to be a student and learn everything on my own, apart from the hand art. So yes, do check, come by and check. I think we are still here for how long? For 1 more hour, we are here. If you want to come and have any personal questions or discuss anything with the instructors, all the instructors are here right now. And their sample art is also here right now. So most welcome. Do drop by. Are we done?
Yeah, let's put on mute for now.
Yeah, I do have a lot of pictures in the phone too. Yeah. Which one? Which phone do you have? Which what? Which phone do you have? Do you have a good camera? Yes. So Brother Father is suggesting that if you can use that in the flyer of 9, everything is fine, text is okay, the video pictures have been interesting pictures. So now the things are there, you just snap them, and you can save them, and then you can put the pictures in flyer, in the camera, right? So do you want to take a picture? Yes. No, 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 no. But he, like to be, to a course, yes, then he sends to me and I said, go ahead. This is a- Yes, that's the one. Yeah. Have you heard about the Austin Hart? Okay, so Austin Hart, the founder of this Austin Hart is Indian lady who is actually an engineer. She quit her job and she'd been working for many years and now she has this interview with Austin Hart and they are doing some crafty stuff. And she has hired like high schoolers and they are offering this summer camp, 3 hours, 189 to 5 days, 3 hours. But it is just like something that you get some activities from Amazon and then you just engage the kids doing that. But the actual finance is this. Okay. So yes. You can do that. See, so I completely agree with that. And the world has changed so exhausting. He practiced all of these things, but this is the only way. Whoa, look at that. Do you have TikTok? Like, more popular than. Yes. Tell me about it because that's small business. I did CrossFit, running TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, and then every day you have to think of a content, or every other day you have to think of a content. And then just divide it. Yeah. Those 2 hours, I'm going to spend those 2 hours. I don't bring things when I have to think about content like this. And I think you can even schedule it. According to your algorithm, when it picks up and your followers watch it the most, you can schedule it to that time too, right? Yeah, exactly. I've never tried that actually. Yeah. No, you can do that too. Yeah. So you have to talk a little. It's just a little bit. You just have to talk about, of course, one-liner about who you are and what you work with, and then what you do teaching in that European open house online, and me and the other instructors is looking forward to see you all. Perfect, yeah. And then what I'll do is, I'll take this for each of you, those who want. Yeah. So you guys can just talk about your stuff. Do you want to take the video? No, just record her. Yeah, record her, and then what I'll do is I'll put them all together for you. Yeah, that one just sounds good. We could do, yeah. Yeah, that's fine for a long date. Yeah, it's just a time. Okay, got it. Few seconds. Yeah. Yeah. Your main goal is to inform inform the study at the date. No, the date. If you want to do that, sure. You can go through that. And just the one liner in the news that what you do. Yes, exactly. It's no audio. There's no audio. But they can see what you're doing. Yeah, they just seem so they can show up. But I can turn it off if you want me to. Like,
June 9th, 11 a.m. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want me to write it down for you? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, actually, you should put it on your phone. You have notes? Yeah, you can look at your phone. Just okay. So I would do is when you have on your iPhone, go to the notes app. Do you have iPhone or